Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English. Great to see so many of you in here today. We've got a packed session. I'm going to be telling you how to pass your OET on your first attempt or your next attempt. Because I know there will be people in here who've taken it before, but if you've never taken it before, you've got a fantastic opportunity to pass this exam first time. Now, I think we all know it's not an easy exam to pass, but with the right support, with the right guidance, with the right strategy, you can absolutely pass this exam first time or on your next attempt. So before we get started, let's see who we've got in today. We've got May, one of our Swoosh English VIP Plus students. Great to see you, May. Parkash, Hafiza, Andrew, Rosalind's here, also one of our VIP Plus students. Julie, Indirani, Ali, Sylvia, Frank, Malotwa, Lily. Great to see so many of you in here. Please let me know who is here today. Please let me know whereabouts you're living right now as well. Let us know which part of the world you're living in. Katazina, nice to see you, Katazina. Fariba. So Julie's living in Ireland. Please let me know which part of the world you're in. I know we've got a lot. Oh, Joan, I'm in London as well. The sun is shining, my friend. The sun is shining in the UK. In Australia, it's going to be the evening now. Frank is in the UK. Rosalind, I remember. Yeah, you're in Ireland. Okay, May is in New Zealand. Mohammed. Amina is in India. Ruthie Babe is in the UK. Manusha in Devon. Mani, India. Sanjeevi, Sri Lanka. Ali is in Afghanistan. Mohammed, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, John, the weather is very nice here in the UK today. I've not been outside yet, so I'm sure it's quite cold as well at the same time. Here in the UK, we got all the 4 seasons, for example, whereas in Saudi Arabia, you don't get Dundee in Auckland, Fariba, Australia. Amazing. Okay, great to see so many of you in here today. Now, before we get started as well, I know we always get a lot of Swoosh English students here. So if you're a Swoosh English page student, just write Swoosh. If you're a self-study student, just write self-study. Okay, so just let me know who have we got in here today. So if you're a Swoosh student, just write Swoosh. If you're a self-study student, just write self-study in here. Let me know in the chat box. I know we've got a lot of Swoosh English students in the class today. Joan, self-study. Okay, Indrani is in India. Swoosh, May. Waleed, Swoosh. Nasrin, self-study. Nana, sorry, self-study. Fariba, self-study. Ali, Swoosh. Malotwa, Swoosh. Excellent. We've got a mix today. Okay, now I want to make sure, does everyone have a pen and paper? Does everyone have a pen and paper? I'm going to be giving you a lot of incredible advice today, and I want to show you that you can trust what I have to say. Okay, let me just share my screen. I want to show you our reviews, because you can trust what I have to say. Okay, we've been doing this for over 11 years, well, nearly 11 years, I should say. We've been helping people. We've helped tens of thousands of people to pass their OET exams, IELTS exams, PTE exams. So we've got the best reviews of any OET school in the world. 469 people here have given us a 4.9, but we've had tens of thousands of students that have passed this exam. Okay. For example, Mark Wells took the exam 5 times, self-study, joined Swoosh, joined our one-to-one classes, passed first time, passed in 2 weeks with self-study, with one-to-one classes. So we get amazing results for our students. We've had people saying that Swoosh English changed their life. So I know that we can help all of you today. I'm going to be giving you lots of amazing feedback from other students as well about how they passed their exam with us. But I'll be giving you a lot of advice and a lot of strategies today. So you're in safe hands today. It was well worth it for you to come to this session. And I'm going to be giving you lots of advice, tips, techniques. Okay, Ruthie Babe, self-study, ma'am, self-study, awesome. So does everyone have a pen and paper? Please make sure you write everything down. We cannot remember everything that I'm going to be telling you today. It's really important that you write down things. Okay. So, how many times have you all taken the exam? Can you let me know in the chat box how many times have you taken it? So if you've never taken it before, just write 0. If you've written it, if you've taken the exam once, just write 1. If you've taken it twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. Sometimes I've had people have taken it 10 times. Okay, please let me know how many times you've taken it in the chat box. So Joan 0, Wenbin 0, Anastasia 0, Ruthie Babe 0. Once, Waleed once, Manjusha 5 times. Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry to hear that. Amina 3 times, sorry to hear that, Amina. Frank once, Mohammed once, Tanvir once, Rosalind twice. Okay, how many times have you taken this exam? Okay, once self-study, said Dondi. Okay, Nana, we would love to help you. May 0, Annette 0, and Indrani 6 times. I am so sorry to hear that. We would love to help you, Indrani, to make sure you don't take it more. Okay, 7th time is the last time for you. Now, can anyone guess? Can anyone guess what's the average amount of attempts it takes someone to pass this exam? How many times is the average, do you think? So of all the students who take this exam, what's the average you think that someone takes this exam? Okay, how many times do you think? So just write average and then write, for example, twice. Okay, so what do you think is the average? Just write average and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many times do you think is the average? Okay, what sort of answers are we getting here? Because this is not an easy exam to pass. It's absolutely not an easy exam to pass. Okay. 2, Christina's here. Christina, nice to see you. 3, Anastasia, 1 to 2, Sanjeevi. The average is 3 to 4 times. The average is 3 to 4 times to pass this exam. So it's really important that you do not do self-study. Really important that you don't do self-study, because a lot of people underestimate how difficult this exam is to pass. To take it self-study and hope that you're going to pass, I feel like a lot of people are praying that they're going to pass rather than doing all the steps and all the strategies that they need to pass this examination. We want you to pass first time. We don't want you to be taking it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. You know, we want you to be taking it once. We want you to pass once. And if you don't pass the first time, you pass the second time, but not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to show you, because a lot of people care about how much money things cost. Okay, so the average, so the exam for one exam costs $400. Okay, so if you're taking it 4 times, which is the average, then you're spending 1,500 euros, 1,500 euros. If you're in Saudi Arabia, 6,000 reals. If you're in the UK, 1,233 pounds. It's a huge amount of money. If you're in Australia, 2,400 Australian dollars. If you're in New Zealand, $2,650. It's a lot of money. If you're in India, it's a lot of money. We don't want you to be taking it so many times. 134,000 rupees. I know so many people they don't have a huge budget. They don't have a lot of money. Okay, we want you to save your money and save your time. Okay, very, very important. So let's make sure we don't take this exam again and again and again. Okay, but I always say to people, you can make money and you can lose money, but you can never get your time back. Now, if you've got a family, you've got 3 kids, 4 kids, you've got a lot of money to spend on lots of things. We don't want you to spend a lot of money on this exam. So let's focus on all of the things that I can teach you today from all the students who tried to pass before, who didn't pass. I can teach you things that they did wrong, but I can also teach you the things that people did right, the things that helped students to pass 3 times faster. We want you to be passing this exam 3 times faster. So now that we know the average is 3 to 4 times that a student takes it, let me talk about how you can pass first time, or on your next attempt. Now, one thing I don't want you to do, some people who've never taken it before, they say, I just want to try the exam first to see what it's like. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. It's a very expensive trial. It's a very expensive practice to pay $400 for the exam just to see what it's like. Okay, I just want to experiment. I just want to test it out. Don't do that. You can pass first time. We've had lots of students from Swoosh who pass first time. So don't be that person who just wants to try. Okay, so before we go further, I want to find out, how are you feeling about this examination? So please give me one word to describe how you're feeling. So you might be having really positive emotions right now, or you might be having very negative emotions. So if you're feeling very positive, you can write in the chat box, motivated, excited, intrigued, interested, curious, happy, positive. What are these feelings? Is it positive feelings or is it more negative feelings? Sad, depressed, angry, frustrated, annoyed, impatient, sad. What are the feelings that are coming up for you right now with this exam? Optimistic, said Nana. Negative, said Nasrin. Amina, challenging. Priscilla, curious. Anxious, Annette. Positive, Ruthie Bay. Very good. Mina, angry. Yep. Your emotions are all welcome. Scared, nervous, sad, said Katarzyna. Colin, challenging, frustrated. Sad, said Sanjeevi. Rosalind, confident, positive, because you're with Swoosh, Rosalind. Angeline, frustrated. Christina, frustrating. Tishwaro, frustrated. Chamik, frustrated. Let us diagnose you. Let's see what the issues are. Very challenging, nervous, anxious. So mostly people are feeling negative about it. Good, but the speaking part kills me, said Ali. Anxious, said Chow. Really important to recognize how you're feeling right now. If you're a self-study student and you're feeling anxious, frustrated, annoyed, depressed, find yourself a UK teacher, an Australian teacher, a New Zealand teacher, American teacher, someone whose native language is English and has also helped many OET students to pass this examination. That would be my big piece of advice for you. Okay, don't do the self-study route where you're trying to save money, because what happens is, by trying to save money, you waste your time. Okay, time is more important. You can't get that back. Okay, so what is the big dream for all of you? Why are you doing this examination? So what is your why? Why are you trying to take this? Why are you trying to pass this exam? Is it you want to move to the UK for a better life for your family? Do you want to have better schools for your kids? Do you want to be able to make more money so you can send money home to your family? We've helped a lot of Filipinos, a lot of Indians to pass this exam, and they move to the UK, making 10 times more money, 15 times money, and they can send that money home back to their family in the Philippines, to their parents. What is the big dream for you? Is it you want to live in Europe so you can go on many different amazing holidays to France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Portugal? Do you want a nice car? You'd be able to buy a nice car by living in the UK. What's the big dream for you? Is it that your dream was always as a child to move to the UK or move to Australia or America? What is the big dream? So Swaro, a better life. But what does that mean? That's too general. You need to be specific. Be specific. Okay, do you want promotions in your job, or you want to join a fellowship program as a doctor? Okay, do you want to learn new skills? Okay, Rosalind, career advancement. Give me more details. Money, 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 said Amina. Money is important. Money changes your life. Okay, being able to work as a registered nurse in Australia, said Sylvie, but why? Why do you want to be a registered nurse in Australia? We need to be very specific. I want to work. Why do you want to work, Rasha? Okay, give me the why. Carry on doing my best, helping others by being a nurse. Yep, helping others. Fantastic, Christina. Okay, a different culture. Yeah, why do you want to be in a different culture, Mohammed? I'm just curious about it. Okay. To get my nursing license, why do you want a nursing license? You need to find out your why, your WHY. My big dream is to become a doctor here. Why, Natasha? Why is it? Sanjeevi, to complete my postgraduate studies, MD foreign training. Good. Update my knowledge, said, yeah. What said Nivy Paul? to become a UK nurse. Why? Why do you want to become a UK nurse? Okay. Now, for anyone who wants to be a nurse in the UK, my sister Claire has been a nurse for 7 years, and she makes really good money. If money, so Amina said money, money, money. She makes $58,000 a year, £45,000 a year as a nurse. She's a band 7 nurse. Great money. If you're in Australia, I think you make more money as a nurse in Australia. Indian rupees, nearly 5 million Indian rupees. Okay, would you like to make this if you're a nurse? Maybe some people are who are a nurse right now. They'd love to make that kind of money. Okay, so money is an important one, but it's not the only thing. To help people and open my own clinic, amazing. I mean, that's a fantastic dream to have. Okay, so now I want to do a diagnosis of all of you. Okay, I've been doing this for 11 years. I've been a teacher for 14 years. I've helped thousands, tens of thousands of people to pass their OET exam and their IELTS exam. But I want to find out, I want to get a diagnosis. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put something in the chat box. Okay, and I want you to do it the same way so I can give you a diagnosis of your results. If you've taken this exam before, okay, if you've taken this exam before, please give me your last exam score, okay, and put it like this, the way that I've just written it in the chat box. So just put R330, so reading 330, speaking 280, writing 310, listening 360. Please put your last exam result like this. Now, if you've never taken the OET exam before, okay, all you need to do, no, Amina, I need it, the format that I've written it out, R330, speaking 280, writing 310, listening 360. Whatever your scores is, okay, I can only help people that put it in the same message, okay, because there's going to be a lot of people writing their messages. If you've never taken the exam before, okay, if you've never taken the exam before, just tell me what your mock exam results if you've got a teacher, which I always highly recommend, make sure you have a teacher, okay, ideally a native English speaking teacher that's first language is English, okay, then tell me what your mock exam results were. Okay, Katarzyna, 390, 330 for reading, 390 for speaking, 300 for writing, listening 260. Katarzyna, you need a lot of help, a lot of help. Do not book another exam until you've been diagnosed. Do not book another exam until you've been diagnosed. So speaking 390, probably because you're living in the UK. That's why you've got a good score for speaking. Writing 300, you need corrections, feedback, and a grade. You need regular grades from your teacher. Listening 260, make sure you've got the high quality practice mock exams. Make sure you're listening to medical podcasts on a day-to-day basis. Reading 330, make sure you've got live group classes, you've got one-to-one classes from a teacher, you've got practice mock exams, you're reading medical journals. They're also really important. Mohammed, listening 310, writing 370, reading 400. Mohammed, these are good scores. These are good scores. Speaking 390, reading 400. Reading 400, very good. Reading seems to be the area that I see has the most challenges for students right now. Well, Mohammed, listening 310, yeah, a lot of work needs doing there to get from 310 to 350. So what I would say, definitely listening to medical podcasts, but getting a teacher, getting the right videos, not watching YouTube videos. That's going to be a big piece of advice I give you today. Do not watch YouTube videos. There's no structure. These videos, they're not in a course. Even I also don't recommend the Swoosh English YouTube videos if you're trying to pass this exam, because there's no structure to it. There's lots of different videos all over the place. Just getting my tea. We only put videos on there for marketing and promotion. Okay. Let's see. Mulotwa, reading 320, speaking 320, writing 350, listening 310. So Mulotwa, very important. Even though you got 350 in writing and you passed technically, you only got the minimum. So what a lot of students make the mistakes of doing in the next exam is they focus on reading, speaking, and listening because those are the areas you failed in. But writing, they think, oh, I passed last time, so I don't need to prepare for writing again. And what happens is their 350 goes to 320. Okay, so you need to make sure you maintain that score, but I also want it higher. Okay, make sure you get a teacher to give you corrections, feedback, and a score. Corrections, feedback, and a score. But also your other areas. Speaking, make sure you've got a teacher doing regular mock exam practice with you, giving you feedback, corrections, and a grade. Because every time you get those grades, you can see that your scores are improving. Okay, Ali, 400 in reading. Excellent score, Ali. What did you get for speaking and writing? 370, also good. Okay. Manjusha, reading 290. Okay, so you failed in 3 areas, Manjusha. You need a lot of help there. Okay, similar advice to what I provided before. Okay. Okay, Amina, listening 410. Very good for listening. 310 for reading, though. Again, similar advice I would give to you. Live group classes, practice mock exams, one-to-one classes. These things will be really, really beneficial to help you improve that score. And obviously, yeah, one-to-one classes with a teacher. May, yeah, we're helping you, May. Don't worry, you're in the right place with Swoosh. We're going to help you to pass this exam. Okay. Rosalind, again, you're in the right place. We're going to help you with your scores to improve them for next time. Okay. Rosalind, let me know if you've been doing the 6 slices of the Swoosh English pizza. I'm going to be telling people later about the Swoosh English pizza. Okay, Naibi, 290 for reading, speaking 340, listening 320, listening 280. So this is a common one, Naibi, that I see. Reading and listening, people getting similar scores. Okay, so remember the reading and listening are receptive skills. Now, some people think, oh, I only need to do self-study for reading and listening, because the productive skills are speaking and writing. This is what you put out there. Speaking is what you say, okay, and writing is what you're also outputting. But it's really important for listening and reading that you get a teacher to help you, because the exam techniques that you're using, so for example, for reading part A, you're using, obviously speed is really important in that part of the exam. The time management is really important. But if you're using this particular exam technique, you might be using the wrong one. You need to use this one. And that's where the teachers can immediately identify where you're going wrong. They can diagnose you. Okay. Okay. So a lot of people here writing their scores in, which is fantastic. Now, I've got a very important question to ask. Do you want to pass your exam before Christmas? Would it be nice if you could pass your exam before Christmas? You can sit back, relax with the family, no more English, no more examinations. You can you can play with your kids, you can go out with your husband, your wife, you can spend time doing the fun things. If you're in the UK, we've got lots of really fantastic Christmas markets. You can drink mulled wine, which is famous here. You can eat whatever you want. You can enjoy going out with your friends. You could do all these things. Okay. Some people say, how, Russia? Yes. This is a really fantastic motivation if you want to pass before Christmas. Okay. Who wants to study for an English exam over Christmas and New Year? I wouldn't want to do that. Okay. Because if you have to take this exam in January or February, you're going to have to study over the Christmas and New Year period. Okay. Now, remember, time is so important. If you can pass this exam before Christmas, you can become a doctor, become a nurse in the UK, Australia, America, whatever. You can start to prepare everything in January, February time to get over here to the UK, okay, or go to Australia, go to America. You don't need to be wasting your time, okay, on these examinations, because you've already done it. Like, okay, I passed my exam, no more. Now, it's really important that your partners, if you've got partners, that all your family members are really supportive of this time, because I say to people, this is a short-term sacrifice for a long-term reward. huge reward because you never need to take English exams ever again. Okay, English exams are boring. Okay, I'm not going to tell you lies and say, wow, preparing for the OET, it's exciting, it's the best thing you'll ever do in your life. No, it's not. It's an exam. Okay, we want you to finish this exam ASAP as soon as possible. That's why we say we can help our students pass this exam 3 times faster. 3 times faster. I speak to some students who are doing self-study for 2 years, 3 years. I speak to some people who say, oh, I took this exam in 2020 during the pandemic. I'm like, why are you still preparing for this exam? It's because they're watching YouTube videos. They're constantly watching YouTube videos. So you can make money, you can lose money, but you never get your time back. Time, ladies and gentlemen, time is huge. Okay, we've all made mistakes in our life. We've all got regrets. Okay, and some of us will feel like we've wasted time. Okay, you never get that time back. Okay, so it's super important that you prepare effectively. Okay, really important. Write that down on your paper. Time is massive. Okay, so one thing I want to teach you. Okay, so this is called How to Pass OET on Your First or Next Attempt. Okay, what I'm going to teach you today, one of the things, I'm going to be teaching you many, many things, but one thing I'm going to be teaching you is this: diagnosis and medicine. Diagnosis plus medicine. Okay, you're all medical professionals, your doctors, your nurses, your pharmacists. Okay, you could be dentists in here. If there's any dentists, let me know. Diagnosis plus medicine. What I always say to people I've had calls with. So, for example, I spoke to Christina yesterday. She purchased one-to-one classes with us. What I said to her is, okay, Christina, I'm the doctor in this exam. I'm the nurse. You're the patient. Okay, let that sink in for a second. I'm the doctor. I'm the nurse. I'm the pharmacist. The Swoosh English teachers, we are the doctors. We're the nurses. We're the medical professionals. You, yes, you are the patient in this OET exam. Okay? And we're not about self-diagnosis here. Okay? We are not about self-diagnosis. We diagnose you because this is our first language. It's not your first language. English is my first language. The teachers at Swoosh, it's their first language. So we can immediately correct you. We can immediately diagnose you. And then we prescribe you the medicine. Okay. So we put Christina, we put Indrani, we put Manjusha, we put you on the hospital bed. Okay. And we look inside your mind. Okay. We go inside your mind. Okay. I get my stethoscope out, or I get my equipment, my MRI scans, my X-ray scans, whatever you want to call it. And we go inside your mind and we say, okay, what is the problem with the reading here? Reading part A, reading part B, reading part C, or is it all of them? Or is it just reading part A? Is it the time management? Okay, are you getting distracted by the distractors? Okay, are you choosing the wrong answer? Is it the speed reading? You don't have the right exam techniques for speaking. Is it your pronunciation is incorrect? Are you making a lot of grammatical errors? Are you not following the role play cards correctly? Are you not demonstrating empathy and reassurance? Is it that for the writing, you're not selecting the correct information from the case notes? Is it grammatical issues? Is it you're not using the correct vocabulary? Is it the time management is an issue? All of these things, we can diagnose you, go inside your mind. You're on the hospital bed, we diagnose you, and then when we diagnose you, then we say, that's the reason that you're getting 320 in reading. That's the reason you're getting 290 in listening. That's the reason you're getting 300 in writing, or you're getting a 270 in speaking. We can diagnose you because remember, when you take this exam, all the OET do is give you a score for reading, a score for listening, a score for writing, a score for whichever one I said, reading, writing, listening, speaking. They'll give you a score, but you don't get a score for reading part A, a score for reading part B, and a score for reading part C. They just give you one score. So then if you fail, you're pulling your hair out. You're like, I don't know why I failed in reading. I don't know why I failed in listening. Which of the role plays did I get wrong, okay, in the speaking? You don't know. Okay, so we need to diagnose you. You need to find out why. So some of you might have been preparing for this exam for a year. Okay, 6 months, a year, 2 years, and you still don't know what your issues are. So you need an expert. You need an expert to tell you what your issues are. So diagnosis plus medicine. So what I said to Christina yesterday, Christina bought 10 one-to-one classes with us. I said, we put her on the hospital bed. We diagnose you for all of the 4 areas, reading, writing, listening, speaking. And then once we've diagnosed you after the first 2 one-to-one classes, then we prescribe the medicine, which is the medicine. Okay, we prescribe the medicine, and then once we've diagnosed you, we've given you the medicine, then you start to make those improvements. So if you're at a C or a C plus, we prescribe the medicine, get you to that grade B. When you're consistently getting B's in reading, writing, listening, speaking, then we can say, okay, Christina, go ahead and book your exam for the 23rd of November, or go ahead and book your exam for the 7th of December. Let's get this exam finished before the end of the year. Now, let me tell you, if our teacher says, yes, you're ready for the 7th of December, which is the last exam of the year, guess when you get your results? You get your results on the 24th of December, the day before Christmas. So what a fantastic Christmas present that would be, is if you get your results on the 24th of December. How cool would that be? How fantastic would that feel? Okay. I speak to people all the time and I say to them, what was your reaction when you passed your exam? They said, oh, I cried. And I said, what, when you told your wife, your husband, your kids, and they say, oh, they cried too. And we have this amazing, this really beautiful tears, not sad tears, happy tears, that they passed their exam. And then they can celebrate. They can drink beer. They can have their glasses of wine. They can enjoy all these things. Okay. So let's find out diagnosis. Let's diagnose you and let's prescribe the medicine. Okay, super important. So diagnosis plus medicine. Okay, it's very, very important. So let me tell you, what are the reasons why people are failing this exam? Because if you find out the reasons why people are failing this exam, you can do the things that let me say that again. Okay, I've not had enough tea yet. If we find out the reasons why you're failing this exam, we can also then find out the reasons or the things that you need to do to pass this exam. So you can delete and remove all the things that you're doing wrong, and then we can implement things that you need to do in order to pass. Okay, so we can do the positive things. Okay, so the first thing is YouTube. I said before, and I'll say it again, YouTube is not a good thing for you. I also don't recommend our Swoosh English channel as well, okay? So the reason why I don't like YouTube is because you've got so many different teachers all giving you different advice about the same thing, okay? Just give me a yes in the chat box if you felt like that before. One teacher saying this, one teacher saying that, one teacher saying this, and before you know it, you've had so much information. You're thinking, do I trust this teacher? Do I trust this teacher? What about this one? This one? I don't know who to trust. They all seem very, they all feel like they could be correct. You don't know. Okay, you've got so many different teachers, and they're making you feel overwhelmed or confused, and you're not sure. What I say to people is, when you find your native UK, Australian, American teacher or school, stick with the same school. Stay with the same school, the same teacher. Okay, don't go overcomplicate things. And that's why I say to medical professionals, the problem with all of you, Angeline, Amina, Naibi, Nasrin, Walid, May, all of you, the problem with all of you is you're all smart people. And this is a problem, okay? You might be thinking, huh? Why is that a problem if I'm smart? That's a good thing, right? Well, actually, being smart is a good thing and a bad thing. The problem with smart people, and you're probably all smarter than me, okay? To become a doctor or nurse, you have to be very smart. The problem with smart people is they overcomplicate things. And I'm asking you to keep it simple, okay? So we have the expression in England. It's kind of a funny expression. It's an acronym that we call KISS, K-I-S-S. So you all think it's a kiss, but actually KISS means something else. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Make sure you write that down. Keep it simple, stupid. Because a lot of medical professionals, because they're smart, they want to overcomplicate everything. But what happens then is all the negative emotions kick in. You start to get frustrated, overwhelmed, confused, annoyed, tired, depressed. All of these things because you're trying to do too many things. You're like, how about I try this? How about I try that? One of my friends has sent me these mock exam materials on Telegram or WhatsApp. I'll use them. What about the YouTube videos? I'll use them. What about my friends give me this advice? My friend's going to teach me to pass this exam. I'll do that. I'll try all these things. Or I've heard it's easier in this exam center if I fly to this country to pass the exam. You're overcomplicating it. You're overcomplicating it. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, and I'm going to tell you about the 6 pizza slices in a bit. If you keep it simple, stupid, okay, the stupid is like a joke at the end. Keep it simple, stupid, but keep it simple. Don't try the overcomplicate things. It's the same with anything. It's not just about OET. It's about if you're learning to play piano, just follow one teacher, one method. Don't think, oh, cool, YouTube free, everything's free, no money, I don't need to pay anything. I've got all these teachers, and the more videos I watch, the more videos I consume, the higher my scores will be. Sorry, I've been doing this for a long time. It doesn't work like that. Just consuming all of this information, consuming. If there's no output for it, if there's nothing you can produce from it, you're just putting all this information into your mind. It's basically like your mind is a messy bedroom. Your mind is a very, very untidy bedroom. You've got clothes all over the floor. You've got food, plates. You've got everything there. You can't move. You can't walk. You can't walk in your bedroom because there's so many things on. There's smelly socks on the floor, smelly shoes. There's everything's on there. Okay. We want your mind to be clean. We want your mind to be clean. We want you to follow one school, one teacher. Of course, if you decided to join Swoosh, that would be amazing, and we would love to help you. But this is what I'm talking about today. I'm not here to promote. I'm not here to sell. You know, if you come to Swoosh, fantastic. If you don't want to come to Swoosh, that's cool too. But at least I can help you, giving you the advice on what teacher, what school, which kind of teacher, which school to go to, and not to do self-study. The worst thing you can do for this exam, if you want to pass your exam before Christmas, or you want to pass in January, is to do self-study. Please don't do that because you're wasting your time, which is the main thing. Okay, you're trying to save money and you're wasting your time. But what actually happens is you waste your time and you waste your money because you take the exam again and again and again. Okay, and as I said before, $1,600 for 4 exams is the average. It's a lot of money. Okay, Andrew, very good question. How many hours per day would you recommend? So what I say to people, and I'm going to tell you about the 6 slices of the pizza soon. Okay, and you might be thinking, why are you talking about pizza? Okay, 6 slices of the Swoosh pizza. I'm going to tell you about it soon. But what we say is, I want you to write this down: 3 to 4 hours a day study. If you want to pass before Christmas, 3 to 4 hours a day study when you're working. Okay, so when you're working, even if you're working 12 hours a day, I've had single mothers with 3 kids pass this examination. They have the father, their ex-husband does not live with them. Single mother, 3 kids, she's working 12 hours a day, and they have still passed their examination. Okay, so if they can do it, you can do it as well. Okay, if they can do it, you can do it as well. So 3 to 4 hours a day study. You might be on the bus for an hour. You can go through materials on your phone on the bus. You can wake up a bit earlier to do 30 minutes or an hour before work. When you get home, have a nice hot shower, go to the gym, feel refreshed, and then do 2 hours before you go to bed. Stop the Instagram and the TikTok and the YouTube and all these distractions. No TV. Just think of it as a sacrifice for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. So when we haven't got adequate resources, what should I do? Mina, get yourself a school, get yourself a teacher, pay for a course. Okay. Don't rely on free materials. That would be my big advice. And then on going back to your question, Andrew. So 3 to 4 hours a day when you're at work. When you're at home, when you have your days off, 6 hours a day. Some people will be thinking, oh, 6 hours, that's a lot. Okay. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 hours in the evening. 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 hours in the evening. Okay. And after those sessions, go for a walk, do some exercise. Okay. refresh your mind and body. Go outside. Okay, it's really important. Get some wind in your face. Very important. Okay. So 3 to 4 hours a day when you're working, 6 hours a day when you're not working. Very important. Okay. Cool. Okay. So the first thing, no YouTube. Stop watching YouTube. And I know some people, the funny thing about this is some people are watching this on YouTube on the Swoosh English channel. And that's fantastic if you found out about us here. But I wouldn't recommend YouTube as a strategy. There's a lot of bad teachers out there. There's too many teachers and you need to follow one school. Okay. So, and there's no structure because with our video courses at Swoosh, you watch video 1 for reading, then you watch video 2 skimming, then you watch video 3 scanning, then you go through video 4, video 5, video 6. It's all in a structure. YouTube is all over the place. Okay, some videos are long, some videos are short. It's just very confusing. Okay, I would not recommend YouTube, and I've seen a lot of students fail because they're just watching YouTube. Okay, the next thing is your husband or your wife or your family telling you, take this exam now. I believe in you. You can pass this exam. Now, it's fantastic that your husband and wife support you, but they're not a teacher. They might be, whatever their job is, they're not a teacher. They don't know when you're ready to pass this exam. They cannot diagnose you. That's why I said get a diagnosis. When you have the diagnosis, then you can get the medicine. So your husband and wife love you, but they are not the correct people to tell you when you're ready to take this exam and when you're ready to book the exam and to take it. Okay, the next one is mock exams, practice exams that your friends have shared with you. Okay, that your friends have shared with you. And I won't mention the names, but I think we all know the exams that your friends have shared with you. These practice mock exams, they're very bad quality. Okay, if you're thinking, cool, I get them for free, but they're not good quality. Okay, I would only get practice mock exams. So, for example, we at Swoosh English, we've got 10 practice mock exams that we've created ourselves. Okay, that our teachers have created. So these are in line with the video courses, the live group classes, the one-to-one classes. They're all part of a system, of a network of things that will help you to pass your exam, the 6 pizza slices that I'll tell you about later. So don't use those mock exams that your friends or your colleagues have sent you. The next thing is your friend comparisons. This is not healthy. This is not good for you. Does everyone just say yes here? Just say yes in the chat box. If you've had a friend who's passed their exam in 2 weeks or 3 weeks and they did self-study or they had a teacher and they passed in 2 weeks, just say yes in the chat box if you've had that, okay? Because I've had a lot of people who are comparing themselves to their friend. Oh, my friend passed in 2 weeks, so I took my exam and I didn't pass, okay? And I'm so angry because my friend passed, but I didn't, okay? Please don't compare yourself to your friends. Your friend's English is different, okay? Your friend's English is completely different. Just because they passed first time doesn't mean that you can do the same thing that they did to pass this. Okay, some people's English is just so good, okay, or they're such a quick learner, okay, or they worked with their teacher and their level was already very close to a B. They could pass quickly, but not everybody is the same. Okay, don't compare yourself. It's really important that you don't do that. Okay, so really important. Do not do that. The next thing, okay, some people just want free things. They don't want to spend any money. But like I said before, what happens is you waste your money because you buy 1 exam, 2 exams, 3 exams, 4 exams, 5 exams, 6 exams. And as I showed you before, this student, okay, he tried to save money. The student I just showed you here, he passed this exam 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. Okay, if you look here, okay, where is Markwell? Markwell's a Filipino, fantastic guy, really nice guy. But he took his exam 5 times self-study. Okay, he didn't want to pay for a course. He ended up wasting his time. He was doing this for 18 months. Okay, because he had to wait for his money to come back from all the exams. He had to earn more money to buy more exams. So he failed through his self-study. Then he joined Swoosh. He did one-to-one classes, and then he passed. Okay, So he realized he made a mistake. And look, he passed 5 days ago. Okay, don't take the exam again and again and again through self-study. Mark Well did not have diagnosis. He did not have any medicine. He cannot diagnose himself because English is not his first language and he's not a teacher. So don't do the self-diagnosis, everybody. Get a teacher to diagnose you and give you the medicine, okay? Andrew Bella, would you advise doing OET and IELTS around the same time? Do not prepare for 2 exams. Okay, choose one or the other. Okay, choose one or the other, but don't do 2 exams. And Andrew, you said before about the hours, 3 to 4 hours a day study when you're working, and don't do it all together. Do a little bit in the morning, a little bit at lunchtime. I always say, eat your food at lunch when you're at work, and go through the course materials that your teacher or your school has given you. So do it at the same time. Multitasking. Women are very good at multitasking, they say. And then do some after work. And on your off days, when you're at your days off, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, 2 hours in the evening. Okay, very important. Okay, so the next thing I want to teach you is the biggest, most important thing I'm going to tell you today. Okay, does everyone have their pen ready? Just say yes. Do you have your pen ready? Let me know in the chat box. Just say yes. Just say yes in the chat box when you've got your pen and your paper ready. Regina, yes. Nasrin, yes. Colin, yes. Naibi, yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Rosalind, you've written this before, but it's always good to remind you. Okay. The most important thing I'm going to tell you today, especially because people are impatient, they want to pass their exam before Christmas. November 23rd, November 23rd, November 23rd, December the 7th, December the 7th. Okay, let me tell you. I just want you to take a deep breath. Relax a second, okay? Because this is really important information I'm going to be telling you in capital letters. Block capital letters, okay? And there's a lot of you Swoosh English students who know this already, but I want you to write it again. I want you to get it in your mind because it's really important you repeat things, okay? Very important, okay? I want you to write this down. This is to test your listening skills, okay? So I want you to say I and then your name. So I, Alex, okay? I, Alex, will not book my exam. I, Alex, I want you to write this down on your paper now. Okay, make sure you're active in this class today. Don't just be watching. Okay, the more active you are, the more you're going to get out of it, the more benefit you're going to get. So I want you to write I and your name. So I, Anastasia, I, Fariba, I, Dondi, I, Christina. Okay, I even have a spare one. I, and then your name, will not book my exam. Okay. Now, if you've already booked your exam, you could say I, and then your name, will not take my exam. So I, and then your name, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher. So I, and then your name, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me that I am ready to pass. I, Nasrin, I, Christina, I, Fariba, I, Anastasia, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me that I am ready to pass. Okay. Make sure you write that on your paper. I'll give you a bit of time. I, and then your name, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me that I am ready to pass. I say this to all of our students. I've been saying this for a long time now. Okay, and so many students have said, oh, thank you so much, Alex, for telling me that, because I booked my exam, and what I did is I knew I wasn't ready. My teacher diagnosed me and said, no, you're not going to be ready for November 23rd. You're not going to be ready for October the 26th. And what they do is, I can share a link with you, they go ahead and they refund their exam. they refund their exam. So if you've got if you booked a paper test, you can get a refund with 7 days notice. 7 days notice. With a computer-based test, you can get a refund with 2 days notice. Okay. Now you don't get all of your money back, but you get 80% of your money back, which is much better than losing $400 when you're not ready. Okay. Some people take the exam 4 or 5 times and get the same scores every time. 219 reading, 219 reading, 219 reading, 218 reading. Sometimes their scores get worse. Okay. 300 in listening, 300 in listening, 290 in listening, 300 in listening, and it stays at that level because that is your level. That's why you need a teacher to take you to the next level. You could take the exam 100 times and still get 290 in listening, 290 in listening, 290 in listening, 290 in listening. I don't want that to happen to you. Okay, so when you're ready, okay, I want you to write it in the chat box. I, Regina, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me that I'm ready to pass. That I'm ready to pass. This is the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. Okay? If I'm a patient, I go into a hospital, I don't go in there saying, I need an operation for my heart, for my lungs, for my kidney, for my liver. I don't say that because I'm not a medical professional. Okay? The same as you, you're not an English teacher. Your first language is not English. Okay? So you cannot diagnose yourself and say, I'm ready to take my exam. I'm ready to book my exam. It's far better to get someone to diagnose you. I speak Spanish, okay? If I was going to take a Spanish exam, I wouldn't say, I'm ready to book my exam. I'm ready to get a grade A, a grade B, a grade C, whatever. No, I wouldn't do that. I would wait for my teacher to tell me, yes, Alex, you're ready. You're ready to pass this exam. You're ready to take the exam, book it, to take it, and to pass it. Okay? I need a teacher whose first language is English. For me, that's really important. Okay, I, Manjula, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me that I'm ready to pass. Awesome. Okay, this means if you do this, this means you can pass potentially first time or pass in less exam attempts, and you can pass quicker, so you save your time and you save your money as well. Very good. Lots of people put it in. That's the most important thing I'm going to tell you today. I'm going to say that again. That was the most important thing I'm going to tell you all day today. And this is Swoosh. This is coming from me at Swoosh English. Okay, we've been doing this for 11 years. This is the most important advice I'm going to give you all day. Okay, if you want to send me $100 million in the post for giving you this amazing advice, you're more than welcome to do that. Okay, because I've saved you a lot of money just with that advice there. I've saved you a lot of money and a lot of time. Okay, from my experience of doing this. Now, if you're not ready, if you know you're not ready, if you've not had a diagnosis from a teacher, please refund your exam. If you got 290 in reading and listening last time, and you've got your exam in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, okay, you're not going to be ready. If you don't have a teacher, you're not going to be ready. So I've just posted a really important article, a really important link in the chat box. Okay, this is to the OET website, and this will show you how. Okay, this will show you how you can refund 80% of your money back. Get that money back, save your money from the exam. Don't spend it on an exam you're not going to pass. Margaret said, I'll cancel my exams today until my Swoosh teacher tells me I'm ready to pass. Excellent, Margaret. Remember, if you've not had a diagnosis, okay, you don't know when you're ready to pass. You need to have a teacher tell you you're ready to pass. So a lot of people wrote frustrated, annoyed, depressed, angry, sad about unhappy about their OET preparation right now. Most of you, the reason is because you're doing self-study, most of you, okay? Because you've not had a diagnosis. We want you to go into the exam with a smile on your face, feeling excited, feeling curious, feeling motivated, because you've had a teacher to prepare you. Okay, now I'm going to teach you about the Swoosh English pizza, the 6 slices of the Swoosh English pizza. Okay, so these are the 6 things that every student needs to do, okay, if they want to pass 3 times faster. If you want to pass your exam before Christmas, okay, you want to pass your exam November 23rd, you want to pass your exam 7th of December, you want to get your results the 24th of December, relax and not have to do any English exams over Christmas. These are the 6 things that I've analysed from helping tens of thousands of students to pass this exam. These are the 6 things that I've seen, I've recognized, I've understood as to why do these people pass first time and why do these people take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times to pass their exam. I spoke to somebody a couple of weeks ago who's taken the exam 9 times. Self-study, 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 9 times. Now, I appreciate the persistence. I appreciate the hard work in ethic, but that is stubborn. Don't do that. Don't take something 9 times. Okay, I love that this person didn't get depressed and didn't get sad about it, but don't take it 9 times. You're all smart enough to pass this exam. You're all smart enough to pass this exam. The only thing is you need the right support. You need a teacher. You need a school to support you. Don't just stubbornly persist. Get your diagnosis and get the medicine. So I'm going to tell you the 6 things, okay? The 6 things you need to do to pass this examination, okay? Now, I'm not going to be, in this class today, I'm not going to be telling you, okay? I'm not going to be telling you, oh, buy this course from Swoosh, buy that course from Swoosh. If you want to buy a course from us, great. If you want to choose another teacher or school, then great, okay? But I want to teach you the 6 things that you can do to pass this exam quickly. Now, all these people, okay, they did the 6 slices of the Swoosh pizza. 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 6 slices, 6 slices, 6 slices, 6 slices. All these people did the 6 slices of the Swoosh pizza. 6 slices, 6 slices, 6 slices. I keep going. 6 slices. It's possible for you to pass 3 times faster if you do the 6 slices of pizza. So the first one I want you to write down. Okay, well, what I want you to do first, I nearly forgot. I want you to draw a big circle on your page. Okay, draw a big circle on your page. Big circle. Okay, big circle. So draw that on your page now. Okay, draw that on your page now. Just say yes in the chat box once you've drawn the circle. And I want you to draw 6 slices. I want you to draw 6 pieces on this circle. So draw your circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you've got 6 slices on this pizza. Okay? Yes. Awesome. Okay. So you do these 6 things, even though, for example, we've got Christina who heard me say this a few days ago. We've got Rosalind, May. You've all heard me say this before, but it's super important. The more you do it, the more you draw it, the more you remember it in your mind. So don't feel like, oh, I've written this before, I've done this before. Do it again. Keep doing it because it'll keep reminding you to keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Just do these 6 things every day. Monday, 6 slices of pizza. Tuesday, 6 slices of pizza. Wednesday, 6 slices of pizza. Thursday, 6 slices of pizza, and so on and so on and so on. Keep doing these 6 things every day, and you'll pass your exam before Christmas. You can send me a Christmas card and say, "Hi, Alex. Just to let you know, I passed my exam before Christmas. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for your advice." That would mean the world to me if I could help you to do that. Okay. Remember, I come from a family of nurses. We've got my sister's a carer. My other sister's an NHS nurse. My dad used to work for the NHS. I'm helping NHS doctors and nurses in the UK, but also in America and Australia and all these things. So I would love for all of you to pass this exam before Christmas, okay? But you've just got to do these 6 things. Don't try to overcomplicate things. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, now the first one, video courses and exercises. Video courses and exercises. So that's the first one. Video courses. Okay, write this on your paper. And exercises. Okay, the second one. Okay, the second one is live group classes. Live group classes. Live group classes. So the teacher will work with you, will give you exam techniques, they will give you exercises to do, they'll give you feedback, they will give you corrections, they'll answer your questions. They're really important, the live group classes. The next one, 10 mock exams, 10 practice mock exams. 10 practice mock exams. Okay, that's number 3. You really need that exam practice that's similar to the real exam. Okay? And then the teacher can analyze the right answers, and the wrong answers afterwards. The next one, writing corrections, 20 writing corrections. Okay, you submit your letters, you get your teacher to give you feedback, corrections, and a score. Suggestions for improvement, how to improve it. Okay, the next one, number 5. Number 5 is the most important one, and that is one-to-one classes. One-to-one classes. One-to-one classes. Number 5, one-to-one classes is very important. This is where the teacher diagnoses you. This is where the teacher gives you the medicine to take you from here all the way up to a grade B consistently. And then they say, okay, Waleed, Margaret, Anastasia, Manjusha, you're consistently getting grade Bs. Now I give my approval to you to go ahead and book the exam. So you can go in feeling confident, not nervous, not shaking, okay, not sad, not angry, not depressed. The teacher says, okay, you're getting grade Bs. Now you're ready to book your exam. And the last one, number 6, is the recordings of the one-to-one classes. Recordings of the one-to-one classes. Really important. And some people feel a bit lazy about this one. They're like, oh, I don't want to watch myself on camera, because you do the one-to-one class, the teacher records it, then sends you the recording afterwards. So you can watch it next day. Now, the good thing about this is when you watch it next day, you'll have forgotten many of the things that you learned the day before. Okay, so you watch it again, you can remember all the things. Any coaching sessions or anything I do, Spanish, I watch the recordings next day and I remember everything that the teacher said to me. Okay, I can take notes as well. Okay, the last one. So the recordings of the one-to-one classes. Okay, now before I post all of these, the fourth one is 20. The fourth one is 20 writing corrections, Angeline. Okay, so those are all the 6 slices of the pizza. Can you write all 6 of them? Whoever can write all 6 of them, I'll give you a massive clap. But if you can write all 6 of them in the chat box for me, whilst I drink a lot of water. If you do these 6 things, keep it simple, stupid. Don't overcomplicate things. Do not watch YouTube. Do not get practice mock exams that your friends have sent you, okay? Do these 6 things every day. If you do these 6 things every day, you're going to pass your exam 3 times faster. I want you to pass this exam before Christmas. Let's get you passed before Christmas. Okay, so can anyone write all 6 of them in the chat box for me? Sylvia, with a one-to-one teacher, you can choose the time and choose the day. Choose the time, choose the day, and choose the teacher. So you can, you have the power to decide when you want to have those classes. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the chat box. All 6 I've written in the chat box for you. Video courses and exercises, live group classes, 10 practice mock exams, 20 writing corrections. One-to-one classes is the most important. Number 5 is the one-to-one classes most important. That's where you get your diagnosis and your medicine. That's where the teacher holds your hand. A lot of you feel lonely right now. You feel depressed because you're all by yourself. You have a hand that no one's holding on to. The teacher, the school, will hold on to your hand, okay, and support you the whole way to passing this examination. So we want to be able to do that for our students, and that's why we've got the best reviews of any OET school in the world. Okay, we've got 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, all people giving us 5 stars. So we give them that support, we hold the hand, okay, and that's why people pass 3 times faster. So the one-to-one classes are super important. Very good, child. Video courses, yeah, exercises, live group classes, practice mock exams. Yeah, exactly. These are the 6 things, okay? Now, you don't need to join Swoosh. You could join another school, another teacher, but make sure that school has high quality, the 6 high quality pieces of the Swoosh, of the pizza, okay, to do these 6 things, okay? So, ciao, I mean, it's personalized. That's why your one-to-one teacher will tell you which of these things to do, okay? But you keep doing these things, keep doing these things. It depends how quickly you want to pass. I know people who've passed in 2 weeks. They did these 6 things every day for 2 weeks and they passed their exam. Okay, it depends on how much time you've got available. Like I said, 3 to 4 hours a day when you're working, 6 hours a day when you're not working. Some people are not working right now, so they can do 6 hours a day. They can really focus a lot on it. Okay, not everybody can pass in 2 weeks. Some people it takes 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Some people it might be 2 months. It depends on every person. Every person's different. Okay, now if you want to talk about, if you want to chat to my team and I about these 6 slices of the pizza and how we can help you, I'll put a link into the chat box. You can book a time and book a day. Book a time and book a day to speak to one of our team or myself. Okay, so that's the link I've just put there in the chat box, and I'll just show that on the screen. So you can see that underneath my face. You can see the link there. You can book a time and book a day to speak to one of my team, okay, about how we can give you all these 6 slices of the pizza. But today I'm not promoting Swoosh courses. I'm not selling any courses to you. I just want to give you all of the advice. I want to help you as much as possible. But if you want to speak to our team about your individual concerns, about how we can personalize things for you, then click that link there. So guys, those are the 6 slices of the pizza. They are going to help you massively to pass this exam, okay, massively. Okay, so just a reminder of the things that we've spoken about today so far, okay? Really important. Diagnosis plus medicine. Diagnosis plus medicine. Diagnosis plus medicine. D plus M. Diagnosis plus medicine. That's what you need. Not a self-diagnosis. You get a teacher, okay, a school, ideally a native English speaking teacher or school who can give you the exact diagnosis that you need, okay, an effective diagnosis of where you're at right now, what your problems are in reading, writing, listening, speaking, and then to provide the medicine to you, okay? No more YouTube. No more YouTube. Lots of teachers all saying different things, lots of bad teachers on YouTube as well, okay? Don't take the mock exams that your friends are providing you. Okay, here at Swoosh, we give our students the Swoosh English mock exams and also the official OET mock exams as well. Okay, very important. The average student takes this exam 3 to 4 times. We want you to pass first time. Okay, so 4 times to take the exam is $1,600 US. I don't want you to waste your time and waste your money. If you're not ready to take this exam, okay, I would highly recommend you, and you've already booked your exam, I would highly recommend you, okay, to refund your exam, get your money back. Don't reschedule because you don't know which exam date to reschedule it to. You need to wait. You need to wait for your teacher to tell you when you're ready, okay? And remember, I, Dondi, I, May, I, Malotwa, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me that I'm ready to pass, or I will not take my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me I'm ready to pass. What else? The Swoosh English Pizza we've talked about. Video courses and exercises, live group classes, practice mock exams, writing corrections, one-to-one classes, and the last one, recordings of the one-to-one classes. Do these 6 things every day, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Do these 6 things every day. Don't try all these other things, okay? Keep it simple, stupid. KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. Very important. Okay. I always get people asking, okay, what else have I forgotten? Remember your dream. Remember we talked before about what your dream is. Be specific about why you want to move to the UK, why you want to work here in the UK, in Australia, in New Zealand. Okay, what is the dream for you? Okay, be very specific about that, because this will help you on the days that you don't want to study, you feel lazy, you feel tired, you've done a 12-hour shift, and this guy, this Alex Melia from Swoosh English is telling you you need to study in the evening. You're like, oh, can't be bothered, I'm tired, I don't want to. Let me know in the chat box if you feel like that. But your dream will motivate you, will give you more energy on the days that you don't want to study, okay? Because you remember you want to improve the life for your kids, or you want to improve the life for yourself, or you want to send money home to your family, or whatever you want a better work-life balance. If you're going to get that, you know, if you want that, you can get that when you get to one of the countries that you want to go to. But that will motivate you on the days that you don't want to study. So just remember what your dream is, okay? Very, very important. Okay, I think I've covered pretty much everything. Now, is there any questions that people have got for me? Any questions? Every day I feel like that. My heart goes out to you, Katarzyna. Okay, make sure you're working very closely with your teacher or with the school that you're working with, okay, and to give you the 6 slices of the pizza so that you can feel more motivated and feel like you're going to pass this exam, make sure you get your diagnosis and get the medicine. After work, it becomes difficult to study. So it's difficult to study if you're doing self-study. Now, if you've paid for a teacher and you're getting one-to-one classes, say, for example, you've done a 12-hour shift, okay, and you do a one-to-one class with the teacher later on in the evening, you know you've paid your money for it, so you don't want to waste your money. So it will motivate you. So I have the Spanish class, one-to-one Spanish class with my teacher. She's called Delia. She's from Mexico, so it's her first language, Spanish. And I have classes with her Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Always 4 p.m. UK time. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's 9 a.m. for her in Mexico. And every day I'm tired and I don't want to do the class, but I've paid for it. So I always do it every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. It's like brushing my teeth. Okay, I do it all the time. Well, that's a bad example because it sounds like I only brush my teeth 3 times a week. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I always have a class at 4 p.m. And whatever happens, I always have that class. So because I've paid money, I don't want to lose my money. So it means that I'm motivated to do it. So if you're doing a 12-hour shift, put a one-to-one class in your diary, pay for one-to-one class after work, and it will motivate you to do it. Manjula, what's the time period for your Swoosh English courses? Well, the very, very cheap courses, okay, they have a time period. Some of them, the cheapest one that we have is Accelerator. Okay, I don't recommend that course for you because it's not going to help you to pass before Christmas. Okay, you only get 3 slices of the pizza. We've got 6, so we want to give you, that one will give you 6 months. But the other courses, the more expensive courses, they've got 6 slices of the pizza. And as with anything in life, you get what you pay for. You pay more money, you get better. You pay less money, you get less support. Okay. Katarzyna, looking forward to speaking to you today. I think you booked 3 or 4 times to speak to me before. Okay, but let's make sure we can definitely speak today. Okay. How can I get a teacher? SwooshEnglish.com. We would love to help you. Okay, SwooshEnglish.com. We would love to help you pass your examination. If anyone can help, please let me know. Nasrin, what do you mean by that? That's a very broad, open question. Okay. Okay. Any questions you've got for me? Can everyone write down in the chat box what's the biggest thing that you learned today? What's the #1 biggest thing? Definitely today. Very good, Katarzyna. What's the #1 biggest thing that you've learned today in this class? Okay, please let me know. Okay. Andrew, you choose the time, choose the day for your one-to-one classes. For the live classes, they go between 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. UK time. We have different times, different classes, different day. Okay, Swoosh Pizza. Yeah, 6 slices of Swoosh Pizza. Nasrin's learned KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Remove YouTube. Absolutely, Amina. Yeah, very important. Stop YouTube. No more YouTube. Okay, what is a good strategy for studying for you, Katarzyna? Okay, what is a good strategy? If you want to speak to my team and I, okay, then click this link I've put in the chat box. If you want to organize a time and day to speak to us, okay. Manjusha, VIP course is the best. Glad to hear that, Manjusha. You're enjoying our course. The diagnosis, not just the diagnosis, Jagam, but the medicine as well. Diagnosis and medicine. Chaming, we can help you with one-to-one classes, okay, but you can click this link to book a time and day to discuss with us. Don't compare yourself, Amina, to your friends. Very important. Okay, don't compare yourself. I had a woman I spoke to last week. Her husband passed his exam in 1 week or 2 weeks, but he'd been living in the UK for many, many years. I spoke to him. His English was like a native. It was like mine. Okay, and he was, you know, yeah, he passed very, very quickly. But her English was not like that. Her English wasn't native. But she thought, well, my husband passed first time in 2 weeks. I can pass very quickly as well. And she didn't. She got like 300 in reading and listening. Okay. Priscilla, we can tell you about that in the call. Because remember, one-to-one classes is not the only thing. You need to do all 6 things. You can't just do one-to-one classes, the slice 5. You can't just do one-to-one classes and pass. You need to do all 6 things. video courses and exercises, live group classes, practice mock exams, writing corrections, one-to-one classes and recordings of the one-to-one classes. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't overcomplicate things. Okay, Angeline, keep it simple. Okay, Christina, don't rush anymore. Be patient, listen to a professional, believe in yourself. Amen, Christina. Okay. 6 slices of the pizza in Durrani. Yeah, you need support. Absolutely, May. Okay, we want you all to be our next success stories. You write a 5-star review for us on Trustpilot and say, Swoosh English is amazing. Okay, so as I said before, if you want to book a time and day to speak to my team, okay, this is the link there. Just book a time and day to speak to the team. Okay, so some people are always asking about what the courses look like at Swoosh. I'm going to show you inside our course. Would that be helpful to anyone? You want to see inside our course? Let me show you. Okay, so inside here, this is where you're going to get the 6 slices of the Swoosh pizza. Okay, so inside here, you can see this is video. This is the reading courses, the reading video courses and listening video courses. So you can see this is why we tell you no more YouTube, because we've got it structured. Okay, the first one is introduction to reading. The second one is skimming. The third one is scanning. The next one is contextual clues, then sentence completion, then multiple choice, then part A, practice, then part B, part C, and then we've got all the practice for you down here. Reading part A. Look at all that practice for reading part A and all the practice for part B and all the practice for part C. Okay, you've got a lot of support there. So I'll just play you this video quickly, okay, of our teacher Grace.
You should need. The next one might be information about dressings for burns and how to dress them. The next one might be analgesia for burns. And in the next text, it could be management of burns. So it does require good short-term memory skills in order to remember what each text is about. But as you can see here, the focus of all of these texts is burns, but you can
I'll show you the next part.
30 seconds to 1 minute. So I'm going to display the text for you. You're welcome to pause the video, take a screenshot if you need to, and have a go at skimming. So let's go. Text A.
So you can see here, everyone, this is one of the many things you can do so this is the reading video courses, and then you've got the quizzes. The quizzes show you. So you just put I'm just going to put some crazy answers in. So you can see all the questions here. This is to test your understanding of what you've watched in the video, so we understand, you know that you've learned correctly from the videos. I just guessed the answers. I got 3 in. Okay, so those are the reading video courses. That's slice 1 of the pizza. Okay, slice 2 is the live group classes. Okay, the live group classes are down here. Okay, so you've got the live group classes. Okay, and you've got all of the links, all of the live class links in here. Okay, and then we can scroll down. Okay, and you can book your one-to-one classes here. You've got all of the recordings of all of the previous group classes. Okay, you've got the model answers, you've got mock exams. So let me show you the mock exams and what they look like. So you've got the listening test. And here you can go ahead and take a listening test. And I'll just put my email in here. And then I can go ahead and take the test. Begin the assessment. Okay, and then it will come up. My internet's a little bit slow for some reason. Okay. And then you can see listening part A. Then you listen to listening part A here.
So reappears, but you'll need to avoid excessive sun and regularly apply generous amounts of moisturizer.
But I have a beach party this weekend at my mate's holiday house. If I can't be out in the sun, then there's no point going. I mean, it's actually his 18th, and he's my best mate. Also, this looks pretty
And then you've got all of the questions underneath. But what I really love about our mock exams that I don't see anyone else doing is we have an analysis video. So after every single mock exam, the teacher will break down the answers, the right answers and the wrong answers.
To avoid synonyms of that word, we know that the patient is going to describe some symptoms of headaches and lethargy. So we know that we'll hear those words. So let's have a look and see what was said. He says the only other thing I have to keep away from. So keep away from being a different way of saying avoid. And then he takes a while to actually say what it is. He says the stuff they put in cheap takeaway food to make it taste nicer. So you know we've got some kind of substance coming. And then he says, what's it called? MSG. So it took a while to get the answer there, but he did eventually say the thing that he needs to avoid is MSG.
So that's a little bit of a walkthrough of what our courses look like. Okay, timings and days. I'm not sure. Okay, this is an important question. A lot of people think, okay, so Sandeep, people think, oh, I passed my speaking and writing last time, so this time I only need to focus on reading and listening. This is a big mistake, Sandeep. I'm glad you've said this because it reminds me to tell people, just because you passed speaking and writing last time, do not think I'm definitely going to pass speaking and writing next time, okay? Because I've seen many times people get maybe 360 or 370 in speaking and writing, and then for the next exam, they just focus on reading and listening. They improve their reading and listening scores, but guess what happens? In the next exam, they fail in speaking and writing because they only focus on reading and listening. Do not do that, Sandeep. That's a big mistake. I'm going to include that in my next the next time I do these sessions. So thank you for telling me that. But you need to focus on all four areas, okay? Now, say for example, you got 440 in speaking last time, okay? Now, I'm not asking you to spend much time on speaking because you only need 350, you got 440. So, but you still need to do a little bit on speaking just to maintain it, just to have the practice and have the feedback before the exam, but a little bit. In the one-to-one classes, I wouldn't recommend much on speaking. The most you need to do in the one-to-one classes on your weaknesses, on the areas that you're failing in, which is reading and listening. But do not ignore speaking and writing just because you passed it last time. Okay, it's really important that you don't do that. So if you passed last time in speaking and writing, you need to maintain those scores. So some people only got maybe you got 350, Sandeep, in speaking and writing. That's the minimum. Okay, next time you might get 330 and fail. So it's really important you don't do that. Really important you don't do that, okay? Okay. Okay, so any other questions, everyone? So, okay, any other questions that you've got for me today? Have you learned a lot today in the class? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, have you learned a lot let me know in the chat box. See, so Sandeep, you're making a big mistake, my friend. 350 in writing. Do not think you're going to get 350 again. You might get 340 or 330, or you might get 290. I've seen people get 370 in one exam for writing or speaking, and the next exam they get 290. Okay, do not do that. That would be a big mistake. I've saved you a lot of time and money there, Sandeep, by giving you that advice. Malotwa, very much. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, has this been helpful today? Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, if you want to have a call with my team and I, you can book the time in there. Yep, 300 both read and listen. You need to focus on all four areas, Sandeep. 6 slices of the pizza. Get a diagnosis and get the medicine. Okay, no more YouTube. I, Sandeep, will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher tells me I'm ready to pass. Okay? Focus on what your dream is. We are the doctor, we are the nurse, you are the what? Can you tell me, can anyone remember this? If Swoosh English is the doctor, Swoosh English is the nurse, if we're the pharmacist, what are you? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? If we are the doctor, we are the nurse, we are the pharmacist, what are you? Tell me in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box. What's the answer? Patient, Waleed, Nasrin, Katazina. No, Sandeep. In the hospital, you're a nurse, yes, but in the OET exam, you are not a nurse. Okay. Of course, in speaking, the role plays, of course, you're playing the role of a nurse, but I'm telling you in your preparation, you're not the nurse, you're the patient. Your first language is not English. You're not an English teacher. We are the doctor, we are the nurse, we are the pharmacist, you're the patient. We diagnose you. You do not diagnose yourself and say, yes, I'm ready to book my exam. Yes, I'm ready to take my exam. We have to tell you that. When you've had your diagnosis, we give you the medicine, you improve. Then you're getting your 4 Bs, reading, writing, listening, speaking consistently. Then we can say, okay, Sandeep, you're consistently getting reading, writing, listening, speaking 4 Bs. Now you're ready to book your exam. Okay? Great, fantastic. Let me know in the chat box if you've booked a call with my team and I. Just say booked in the chat box if you've booked a call with us, because we would love to help you pass this examination. Okay? So just write booked in the chat box if you've booked a call with my team and I. Okay, just put that link there again if you need to go ahead and click that link. You're very welcome, May. Even though you've heard this before, May, maybe there's a few things that you've not heard before, or there's a few things that you just reminds you. Okay, just write booked in the chat box if you've booked a call with my team and I. Okay, this is important. Malotwa, the deluxe course does not have all 6 slices of the pizza. Let me just show you quickly. Okay, so we've got lots of courses. Okay, but I don't recommend. So if you want to pass your exam before Christmas, this course is not going to help you. This course is not going to help you. This course is not going to help you. Okay, they're not going to help you to pass before Christmas. Okay, so for example, let's take Accelerator as an example. Okay, so I'm going to take the Accelerator. It's super cheap, $99, very, very cheap. Okay, it's 4 times cheaper than an OET exam. Okay, so for example, okay, you've got Accelerator. It's got 6 months access, $99, very cheap. Okay, you've got the video courses and exercises. You've only got 5 mock exams. Okay, I always recommend 10 to practice with 10. You've only got 2 writing corrections. You've got no one-to-one classes. You've got no one-to-one class recordings. You're only getting 3 slices of the pizza there. Okay, and this is not. I mean, 2 writing corrections doesn't count for me as as number 4, which is the writing corrections. We say 20. Now, some people say, why do you offer this course if it doesn't help people to pass quickly? Because some people don't want to pay a lot of money for a course. Some people don't want to pass quickly. Some people live in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Ghana, Nigeria. Their salaries are very low. Okay, so they want a cheap package, but it's not going to help you to pass quickly. There's no one-to-one classes, so there's no one there to diagnose you, okay, and to give you the medicine, okay, the medicine that you need to pass quickly. This is all about time and money. When you spend a lot of money, you can pass quicker. When you spend less money, it'll take you more time. Simple, okay? We cannot. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing the right screen. Sorry, I forgot that. Okay, so here you can see it's $99. You've got the video courses and exercises. You've only got 5 mock exams. We recommend 10. You've only got 2 writing corrections. You've only got 3 slices of the pizza here. You don't have one-to-one classes. You don't have anyone to diagnose you. It's all about spending a little bit of money, $99. It's not going to help you to pass quickly, okay? Just wanted to let you know that it's not going to help you pass quickly. The one that we recommend, okay, is a lot more expensive. And some people will go, oh, that's too much money, but it's going to help you to pass quickly. This is the fastest way to pass. This is the VIP Plus that I recommend to people. Okay, so this is the one that we recommend to people. Okay, because you're getting all 6 slices of the pizza. The 4 self-study video courses and exercises. You've got slice 2, all the live group classes. You've got 14 live group classes per week for reading, writing, listening, speaking. You've got the 10 sets of mock exams and the analysis videos. You've got 20 writing corrections. You've got the writing corrections classes. You've got speaking classes. And you've got the one-to-one classes. We give you 8 one-to-one classes. And we give you the recordings of the one-to-one classes as well. And you get all of these other things. If you've taken the exam before, this is a relearn course for people who didn't pass and want to figure out how to pass next time. Reading exercises, listening exercises, grammar, vocabulary. You don't get these in the accelerator course, the cheap course. Speaking mastery course, writing mastery course. So this is all the things that you get. Now, we cannot give this course to everybody on this call because we do not have enough one-to-one teachers. We don't have enough one-to-one teachers. We've only got 7 one-to-one teachers. So we cannot give this course to everybody, okay? We cannot give it to everybody. We can only give it to a few people, okay? Now, there's 2 ways that people can pay for this. They can either pay the full pay, okay? And they can pay the 3 monthly plan. So if people pay the full amount, we give people 10 one-to-one classes. So you get 2 extra one-to-one classes for free as an extra one. And we give them 13 mock exams, okay? So they get 10 one-to-one classes, so they get 2 extra, and they get 3 extra mock exams, so they get 13 if they pay the full price. If they prefer, they can pay 3 monthly payments, okay, which is $223 a month for 3 months. So October, November, and December, you would pay for it. Now, some people say, oh, I've done it again. I'm sorry, I forgot to share this particular screen. Okay, so you pay the full price, and you get 10 one-to-one classes instead of 8, 13 in mock exams instead of 10, and they get all 6 slices of the pizza. Okay, one-to-one classes, 8, 20 writing corrections, you get the reading exercises, listening exercises, grammar course, vocabulary course, speaking mastery course, writing mastery course. You get everything. Study planner tool if you need to organize your day for study. You get all the writing corrections classes, the live classes. You literally got everything here to pass your exam quickly. Now, I'll show you how much it is. Now, some people will say, oh, wow, God, that's so expensive. But remember, if you take this exam 4 times, if you're in rupees, that's 134,000. If it's Australian dollars, 2,400. In pounds, 1,233 pounds. Okay, our course is $669. It's a lot cheaper than taking 4 exams. A lot cheaper than paying for 4 exams. So this is where you have to have an investment mindset to think, well, it's a lot of money, yes, but I'm going to be motivated because you have the pain of, oh, I've spent a lot of money, which means it's going to motivate you on the days that you don't want to study when you feel lazy, because I paid a lot of money, I don't want to waste my money, I'm going to work harder. So the more money you spend, the more you're going to work harder, the more support you're going to get. Now, if that's too much for you, the full price, you can pay 3 monthly installments, which is £171 a month. Or if it's Australian dollars, 235, or if it's in rupees, 18,000. If it's in reals, this exam is going to change your life. If you pass this exam, it's going to change your life. You're going to be making double or triple or 10 times more money than you're making right now. Okay, it's going to be amazing for you. So that's our courses. Okay, that's our courses. Well, Priscilla. Okay, so let me show you, Priscilla, with your question there. Okay, if I go to this screen, okay, if I pay for this course at $669 for the course for Swoosh, and I pay for the exam, which is $400, that's $1069 for the exam and the course. Okay. Now, some people, okay, if you're paying for this exam 4 times, which is the average student, you've spent 6,000 reals. Okay, or let me do it in pounds. Okay, that's £1,233. But if you put our course and the exam together, so 669 plus 400, okay, is 1069. So it's a lot cheaper, £824, as opposed to doing 4 exams self-study, and you've paid £1,233. So you're saving a lot of money, and you're saving your time as well. If after booking the VIP you're still not fully prepared, we're going to wait until you are prepared, Andrew. We're going to wait until you are prepared. So we diagnose you in the one-to-one classes. You get prescribed the medicine by the teacher. You do the 6 slices of the pizza every day. When we keep going up, when we consistently see you getting grade Bs in all 4 areas, then we say you're ready to book the exam. We can't pass the exam for you, Andrew, but we can hold your hand. We can give you all the support. We can give you the 6 slices of the pizza. You have to do the hard work, okay? But we're there to support you every step of the way. We've got the best reviews of any school, any OET school in the world, as I've showed you before. We've got the best reviews of any school in the world, okay? All these people did the 6 slices of the Swoosh Pizza. Okay, all these people did the 6 slices of the Swoosh Pizza. You can see the kind of things that people say. Thank you, Swoosh English. Thanks for the entire Swoosh team. You've got all these people. This person passed first time in India. Okay, she did the 6 slices of the Swoosh Pizza. Okay, all these people. A lot in passing OET with the good scores. Highly recommend it to everyone who is afraid of doing OET or needs mentors to identify the common mistakes, as it's an expensive exam, so it's worth it to subscribe with Swoosh before taking the exam. Okay, lots of people say amazing things about us. Okay, look, this person passed in 3 weeks. They took one-to-one classes. They did the 6 slices of the Swoosh Pizza. This person's in Sri Lanka. We've got any Sri Lankans in here. Okay, lots of amazing things that people say. 4Bs is Filipino. Filipino lives in UAE. She passed with us. Okay, lots of people saying amazing things. I want to help you next. I want to help you next. Andrew, that's a really difficult question to answer, because some people pass their exam and they don't tell us they've passed. So we don't have actual statistics on that. The other thing is, people take their exam and we tell them not to take their exam. So some people think, we say, okay, Andrew, you're not ready to book your exam, you're not getting 4Bs. And what they do is, they secretly book their exam and then they take it. And then a few weeks later, they tell me, oh, Alex, I took my exam, but I'm so sad because I failed. And I said, I told you not to take your exam, but they still took the exam. So it's very difficult. What I say in answer to that question is, if you join Swoosh, if you don't pass first time, you pass on your second attempt. Okay, so we can't guarantee everyone's going to pass first time. That would not be true. Okay, but if you don't pass first time, you pass second time. If you listen to our teachers, if you do the 6 slices of the pizza, you can honestly say you're doing 3 to 4 hours a day study on your work days and you're doing 6 hours a day on your off days. You cannot fail to improve. It's impossible for you not to improve if you're doing these 6 things every day. Keeping it simple, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, and you do 6 slices of the pizza. I, Andrew, will not book my exam until my Swoosh teacher tells me I'm ready to pass. If you're doing all these 6 things, you're going to pass your exam. That's all I can say to you. I want you to pass before Christmas, Andrew. I want you to pass before Christmas. Okay, I don't want you to be taking this exam again and again and again, 2025 or even 2026. Okay, so Andrew, you have to do the hard work, but we'll be there to support you. We'll be there to hold your hand through the whole process. Okay. Since writing corrections are offered, so with writing corrections, well, what we do is you submit your letters, and then the teachers will give them corrections, feedback, and a score, and then they'll give it back to you within 12 to 24 hours. But in the one-to-one classes, we'll also give you homework. So we'll give you writing homework, and the teacher will mark it with you in the class. If writing is your big issue, then we'll work with you very closely on that. Okay? So we'll give you extra writing to do. Okay, any more questions? Okay, Anastasia's booked a call with my team. Regina's booked a call. Nasrin, Katarzyna, Joy, they've all booked. The premium course, Margaret, that does not give you all 6 slices of the pizza, just to let you know. Fantastic. I think we're finished. Anyone got any last questions before we finish? Has everyone booked a call with the team? Okay, who wants to talk one-to-one with my team? This is a free call. You can have a one-to-one chat with my team. Amazing. I think that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, doctors and nurses, pharmacists, thank you so much for coming along to today's session. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was useful. I tried to give as much information as possible in these things. I don't want to overly sell our packages and to you at Swoosh, because we already have lots and lots of students who join us. I don't need to say, please join Swoosh. You know, it's always your decision at the end of the day. You can join Swoosh or not join Swoosh. It's your decision. Of course, we would love to help you, but if you don't decide to join Swoosh, that's totally fine. But make sure you find a teacher or a school. First language is English. 6 slices of the pizza. Make sure they give you the 6 slices of the pizza. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Thanks so much, everybody, and I look forward to helping you pass your exam if you decide to join Swoosh. And if you don't, then make sure you get your diagnosis and your medicine from a teacher, okay, and get the 6 slices of the pizza. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I will not book my exam until my Swoosh English teacher or my teacher tells me that I'm ready to pass, okay? And yeah, 3 to 4 hours a day when you're working, 6 hours a day when you're not working. And if you want any more information, go to swooshenglish.com, swooshenglish.com, okay? Pleasure. Thanks so much, guys. Have a lovely rest of the day wherever you are in the world.